Hello, everyone. Welcome to CFP Board's Education Scholarship Office Hours. My name is Olivia Weirden, and I am the Talent Pipeline Specialist here at CFP Board. I'm so happy you all could join us today to learn a little bit more about our upcoming education scholarships and answer any of those burning questions you may have. So we'll go ahead to the next slide. And the things that we're going to be covering today are the open education scholarships we have, as well as what the application process and deadlines are. We'll also briefly cover our third-party scholarships, and then we'll have lots of time for a Q&A to answer any questions you may have and clear up anything that may be confusing before you go ahead and submit your application. First, jumping into our open education scholarships, you will see there are a lot of scholarships listed on this page. I know it can be overwhelming, but we are currently in our fall education scholarship cycle. We have 13 scholarship programs, which are offering a total of 58 awards. These awards range from $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the program. Each scholarship is available for those pursuing an undergraduate degree or a certificate in financial planning, and you must be attending a CFP Board registered program to be eligible for these scholarships. Each scholarship does have unique criteria, so we really encourage you to carefully review that criteria and determine whether or not you would be a best fit for that scholarship. And each scholarship deadline is the same, which is September 29th, 2025. So after that, you may be wondering, how on earth do I find where all these scholarships are and what I may be interested in applying to? So you'll navigate to cfp.net/scholarships. From there, if you scroll down just a tad, there's a filter on the left-hand side of your window that says currently open. Once you click that, all 13 of our programs will pop up, and the name of the scholarship will be at the top, as well as a little description about the scholarship and the award amount, so you know how much you may be able to receive if you receive that award, as well as the Learn More button. That Learn More button is what you will click to read all about the sponsor, the eligibility criteria, and how you will apply for that specific scholarship. So once you review a scholarship on that page and decide that you want to apply, what does the application process look like? So first, you'll be asked for your profile information. This is the standard name, email, your CFP board ID number. If you've already created a CFP board account, that's perfect. If you haven't, now is a great time to do so. From there, you'll upload an unofficial undergraduate transcript. This can be an unofficial transcript. You don't have to go get your official one. If you're in an undergraduate program currently, you'll supply us with what you're currently doing. If you've already completed an undergraduate program and are in your certificate program for your CFP education, you'll provide the undergraduate transcript from the time in which you completed that degree. You'll also include an updated resume. From there are some of those open free response questions. First, there are 3 core questions that you'll answer. These are standard across every application, and this just helps us to get to know you a little bit better and why you are interested in becoming a CFP professional. After that, there's scholarship-specific questions. These questions are for each individual scholarship, and they are selected by the sponsor who is putting forth this scholarship to get to know you and why you are interested in their scholarship specifically. These questions can be attached to their values or something that's important to the sponsor. That will all be on the main application page. We also need your date of birth and social security number. This is not uploaded through the application specifically. This is attached to your CFP board account. So once you submit your application, go to your CFP board account, log in, and make sure your date of birth and your social security number are there. If they're not there, go ahead and update your account so we have that information. If we don't have your date of birth and social security number, your application is considered incomplete and you may no longer be eligible. So just make sure that that's happening there. And again, the deadline is September 29th of this year. So coming up, but still lots of time to review and get in those applications. Next are our third-party scholarship clearinghouse. We always like to mention that we have this clearinghouse of additional scholarships that are not run by CFP Board, but we want you all to be aware of. These scholarships cover all of the different topics from helping you with your education coursework, helping you prepare for the exam through review courses, maybe the exam fee itself, and also how you can earn experience hours, excuse me, towards your CFP certification. Each one of these, like I said, is not run by CFP Board, but gives you an opportunity to explore additional ways to help complete your education and become a certified financial planner. So you can find that on our website as well. But now rocking into some of our common questions. So how many scholarships are available? Like we touched on earlier, there are more than 50 scholarships available across our 13 programs. So there is a lot of opportunity here to help fund your education. And can you apply to more than one scholarship? Absolutely. We encourage you to apply to as many scholarships as you are interested in and eligible for. We use a common application for all of the scholarships. So you can apply to as many as you'd like in one setting. You would just be answering multiple of those scholarship specific questions. Now, while you can apply to more than one scholarship, can you receive more than one scholarship? And no, you can only win one education scholarship total. So just keep that in mind as we move through this process. And similarly, if you applied before and weren't selected, that's okay. Can you apply again? Absolutely. We encourage you to reapply. We have a lot of interest in our scholarships, and we want to be able to help as many individuals as we can. So if last time didn't work out for you, please continue to apply and look into what may best suit your needs as you pursue your education. Now, I know that that was a lot of information very quickly to give you an overview of our current scholarship cycle. But now we're going to rock into the open Q&A portion of this office hours. That's really what this is for, is to answer any of the specific questions our attendees here have and help make sure that this is a smooth process for you and you're able to best apply for our scholarship. So I'll go ahead and open it up. There is a Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom screen. You can go ahead and hit that if you'd like to type in a question you have about our scholarship programs or about the application process. We will try to answer as many questions as we can. We have lots of time. Awesome. Thank you all for starting to put your questions into the Q&A box. The first question we've got here is, if I get an education scholarship and am I able to apply for an exam review scholarship later down the line? Very great question. And yes, you are. So we're currently in our education scholarship cycle where you are able to get funds to help fund your education. And if you receive an education scholarship, you are still eligible for an exam or exam review scholarship down the road. The exam and the exam review scholarships follow our exam cycle, so March, July, and November. So we actually will be opening up our March 2026 exam cycle starting later this fall. So you can keep that in mind. The exam scholarships usually open up 2 to 3 months before the actual exam will happen. But really great question. Thank you. All right, we have another question here. Do I need to be a student at a university? So you need to be in a CFP board registered program. We have a tool on our website called Find a Registered Program, where you can look for registered programs maybe in your area or online. We have a large variety of programs to fit different needs that are hybrid, in-person, online. So find the best registered program that fits what you're looking for. Great question. All right, looking here at some more questions. If you have a degree from outside the US or a different school that you may have some questions, I really recommend reaching out directly to our education team. They're best able to help you understand what that might look like in terms of earning your CFP certification. Awesome. Thank you all for continuing to put these questions in the chat. Super great questions. We have a question here. Do the different scholarship sponsors see our responses to all the programs we applied to, or just the responses to their scholarship? Great question. So the scholarship that you apply for, only the sponsor who that scholarship is for will read your answer for that scholarship. So if you apply to three, each person will only read the one that is relevant to their scholarship. Really great question. Awesome. Thank you all for keep putting these in. I'm looking over them so we can best answer your questions. If I graduate early after getting an education scholarship, can I put the funds towards other things related to CFP certification? Great question. Some of the funds for scholarships can be used to help fund review courses, books, other materials. So if you receive a scholarship, we will first work towards funding your education. And if you graduate early or have funds left over, we'll work with you and the sponsor of your scholarship to determine what those funds could go towards, whether or not it's a review program or a prep course or prep material. The one thing that education scholarships cannot be used towards is the exam fee. We do have those separate exam scholarships for that fee.
Hey,
Great
Olivia,
question.
we had one question that I think is pretty important. Someone said,
Absolutely.
just to clarify, I haven't enrolled in a program yet. Can I still apply for a scholarship?
Super great question. Thanks for bringing that one up, Grace. If you are not enrolled in a program right now or when you apply, that is okay. If you receive a education scholarship, you have up to 3 months to enroll in a CFP board registered program and then show that proof of enrollment to our scholarships team. So if you know this is something you want to do, but you haven't found the right program for you yet, that's okay. You can still apply and you'll have a little bit of time to solidify that program and still receive your scholarship if you are an awardee.
Thank you so much. We also had another question if you could clarify the education and exam review scholarship, if you're able to apply for both or one, or what is the deal with that?
Thank you. So you are able to apply for both education and exam or exam review scholarships. They are on different cycles. So right now we are only doing our education scholarships. Exam scholarships and exam review scholarships will open later this fall for the March 2026 exam. Education scholarships, as we've talked about, help fund your education to receive the coursework that allows you to sit for the CFP exam. A exam scholarship helps reduce the fee that you pay to sit for the exam to limit that barrier of entry for you to sit for the exam more easily. Our exam review scholarships, we partner with Dalton Education and the College for Financial Planning to offer prep courses at a reduced cost. So those are the different ones that we have throughout the year and that will be coming up shortly this fall for the next upcoming cycle of March 2026.
Thank you. And then another great question we had is, are these scholarships only for undergrads? Someone's asking about the undergrad transcripts. They have an MBA, but is pursuing a second career.
Awesome. We love to see career changers interested in CFP certification and moving towards that direction. So awesome question. Our scholarships are not only for undergrads. We do have a few scholarships that may only be for undergrads, but we do have scholarships that are for certificates as well. You can see that in the eligibility requirements of each scholarship. That's why it's really important to kind of read those carefully. But if you have already completed your undergraduate degree, you would submit the transcripts from that undergraduate degree, and then you would be enrolling in a certificate program, and that is the scholarship education award that you would receive. Awesome. All right, keep the questions coming.
We have one that says, as I was looking through the scholarships, I only see mention of certificate or undergraduate. If one enrolls in a master's program, would they be eligible for any scholarships?
Yeah, really great question. We do not have any master's specific scholarships, but we do consider master's programs as a part of certificate awards. So if you are going through a master's program and still are definitely interested in applying for and potentially receiving a scholarship, definitely please apply for those ones that are considered for certificate programs. And the sponsor of each program will review and consider your application just as they would certificate applications.
Thank you
Great
so
question.
much. This is also a great question. Are all scholarships based on demonstrating financial need? If so, what would the criteria be for that?
Really great question. So in terms of financial need, that is one of the largest reasons, we want to offer scholarships and allow people to pursue their CFP education and their CFP career with as limited barriers of entry as possible. So many of our scholarships do have financial need as a criteria. And you'll demonstrate this in the core questions portion of the application. And here we are asking about why you may be eligible and why you're interested in the scholarship. And I just encourage everyone who's applying to really tell us about you and what this scholarship would do for you and how it would help eliminate any financial barriers that you may be experiencing. Whatever that looks like for you, let us know how this scholarship will best support you. And that's based on that, the scholarships, when they're reviewed, we have our sponsors determine their awardees after that. So really great question. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Olivia. This is a very logistical question, but still very important. If we have a master's degree, should we provide our undergraduate transcript or our master's?
Absolutely. For that particular question, you can supply just your undergraduate transcript. If you want to also supply your master's transcript as well, we will never say no to learning more information about our wonderful candidates. And so if you are able to upload both, you may do so. If you have any issues and want to make sure we receive both, you can email us and we'll make sure that both transcripts are attached to your application. Great. All right, let's see what else we have. Um, we have one here. If I am under the accelerated path for certification, am I still eligible for an exam scholarship? Yes, if you are pursuing your CFP certification under the accelerated path, you are eligible to receive a scholarship. So great question. All right, continue putting any questions you may have into the chat. Happy to make sure we can answer. Wonderful. Another question we've got coming in is, if I transfer schools, will my scholarship come with me? That is a very important question. So we have scholarships that are school specific, specifically our California Lutheran University scholarship. So if you receive a scholarship that is specific to a institution, your scholarship will not transfer with you. It is only for that particular program. However, many of our scholarships are broad and are not based with one program. And if that's the case, then your scholarship does come with you. If you choose to start at one program and maybe you need to take a break for any personal reason and need to come back and finish your education at a different institution, your scholarship will still be there for you. Thank you. Awesome.
We just had
Additional?
one come up, Olivia.
Yeah, Trace.
Do scholarships on your site open up for application on a continually rolling basis, or are they all education component scholarships currently live?
Really great question. So it's a little bit of a long answer, but I'll try to be concise. We have a few different cycles. For education scholarship specifically, we host a spring cycle and a fall cycle. So we are currently in the fall cycle. That is everything that is open that we're discussing today. The spring cycle opens in around late February of 2026. Many of those scholarships, you can still read about them on our website. However, they are maybe updated and will not open until that spring cycle starts. So I hope that answers your question. If I can clarify anything, please let us know and we'll make sure we get you the right answer. Other questions that people have about our scholarship programs, the application process, the award process, really happy to make sure everyone is feeling confident and ready to apply for these scholarships.
One question just came in, Olivia. Is being female considered diversity?
Great question. This again goes back to our eligibility criteria. Each sponsor has very specific criteria. So I really recommend you look at each one that you are interested in, and it will say if their eligibility is specific to gender, for example, or if it is more broad. Really take a look at each of those. And then if you have specific questions about maybe individual cases, definitely email us and we can help make sure you're on the right path to a scholarship that could best support you. Great questions, everyone. Really appreciate all the thoughtfulness and excitement for scholarships. I love our scholarship program, so I'm glad that you all are here.
We have some questions rolling in. When will award notifications be made? Great question.
Absolutely. Probably one of the most important parts after the application deadline. So, when will you know if you received a scholarship? November 26th. This is right before the Thanksgiving holiday. So, we really are making an effort this year to make sure all of our applicants are informed of their decision before we roll into the chaos of the end of the year. So, November 26th, 2025 is when you will be notified if you received an award. Appreciate that question. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. You're doing so great. I love all these questions. We have another specific one to confirm. There's no way to save a consolidated application on the CFP website, correct? You need to submit the core questions as well as all of the essays for individual scholarships in a single sitting.
All right. Thank you for your question. I'm going to try and make sure that I'm hitting all of the pieces. So we have one uniform application on the website. And when you go into the website, that's where you will select your information. And then from there, you are eligible to answer the core questions and then scholarship specific questions. You are right that you are not able to kind of save your work in that setting and then go back. If you are someone who likes to, look at your essay many times and kind of go back over it before you're ready to submit, totally understand. In that case, my recommendation is to open up the application. Once you put your name and background information in, you can click to the tab at the top of the screen that says specific questions. And from there, I recommend just taking a look at those, maybe copy them into a Word document so you can do your process that works best for you for answering that question. And then when you're ready to submit, you can open up a new window and go ahead and submit those answers that you've worked on.
Olivia, one question for you as well, that I don't know if you'll know this because it's very specific, but where can they find their CFP account number? Because the application does ask for it.
Yes, great question. The application does ask for your CFP account number, and it is super important for us to have because that's how we're able to identify you within our CFP board system. Your account number should be on your CFP board account when you log in through our website. If you're having issues logging in or unable to find it, reach out to our direct line, which you can find on our website, able to call our office or email, and someone will be able to point you in the right direction of either getting logged in if you're having issues with that or finding your exact number. And the same goes with if you're having any issues entering your date of birth or social security number. Just reach out to our main support line and someone will assist you. Awesome. Additional questions that people have about the scholarship application cycle, individual programs, or the process as a whole. Happy to answer anything else. We have a few minutes left before we wrap up. Any additional questions, feel free to pop them in the box below. But if you don't have any additional questions now, or maybe something comes to you right after you log off this call, you can reach out to us at scholarships@cfpboard.org, and a member of our team will be in touch with you. So we can kind of go over some of the tools and resources we have and next steps for the application cycle. So, like I said, if you have questions either right after this or 3 days from now, email questions to scholarships@cfpboard.org. That is the best place and way to get a hold of our team, and someone will answer your question as soon as possible. And while you're interested in our applications and looking around, visit our scholarship webpage. It's cfp.net/scholarships. Super simple. There you'll find more information on each of the scholarships as we've gone over today, as well as our FAQ page. And that's where you'll apply. So please log on and apply for the scholarships. We also have many resources that various people at CFP Board work diligently to put together. And so you can visit those resources at cfp.net/resources for just information on the certification process as a whole. We want to thank each of you for joining us today and taking some time to learn more about CFP Board's scholarship program. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. But otherwise, we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and we look forward to reading your applications.